Previously on Pokemon Reborn.
Blue, green, purple, red. Maybe that's the order we need? Blue, green, purple, red? Okay, so in that case... It worked! Okay, so in case it wasn't clear what I was doing, I was taking the order of the colors on the bottom screen, and then just using the numbers from the top screens. So the first one had Swampert. This one has... Pokeball? Sean obtained Sylveon? What? That's so random. Ribbon collar. Okay. It's high level, too. What could possibly be the significance of this Sylveon? I'll take the ribbon collar. Lex, Pixelate, nothing too special here. Original trainer Eddie. I don't recognize that name. Ribbon collar, is it a key? Oh, it is a key item. A collar found on a Sylveon. The inside reads Willow Reed and Crystal 2. I have no idea what this is. Willow Reed and Crystal 2. Maybe that'll come up later.
Hey guys, Silent Sylveon here. Welcome back to some more Pokemon Reborn. So I recorded this side quest revolving around the ribbon collar, and I was gonna cut it into a different episode, but then it ended up being long enough to be its own thing. So, enjoy. I was searching something that I thought was unrelated, and then I stumbled across the purpose of that ribbon collar. I don't know how you're supposed to know that you have to bring it to Jasper Ward, but you have to bring it to Jasper Ward. This is the ribbon collar that we got off of the Sylveon. Oh, what's that? You found a lost Pokemon and the collar points to... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay, Willow, Reed, and Crystal. Alright, I'm stupid. It didn't even occur to me that it could be in an apartment building. You found a lost Pokemon and the collar pointed to this address? I suppose I can let you in to return it. Apartment number 2 shows up these stairs. Please take care not to disturb the other residents. So I'm a little concerned because the wiki page for this quest does say don't go into any other apartments. So I'm wondering if there's a penalty for doing that. Which apartment was it? Apartment 201, it shows up these stairs. There's a Gardevoir in here? Okay. It's just a plush. Plush. Oh dear, I think we went to the wrong apartment. Oh? I must have left the door unlocked as I've been cleaning. Are you talking to me? My apologies, stranger, but I should ask you to leave. Hmm? You came here intentionally because you found a collar with the address. A collar like that could have only belonged to one Pokemon. Sean, is it? Please tell me, is she safe? That's Sylveon. Ah, I can see you found her. Locked away, alone? In a place like that? But as long as she is well now, that is as alright as what is all wrong could be. My apologies, Sean. I should not have parsed your memories on my impulse. This is weird, and I don't like it. Why is there a second talking Gardevoir? I think the hyphens are implying that she's like communicating to us telepathically. But still, does your game need to have more than one talking Gardevoir? That was a disrespectful thing to do to a human. As an apology, please allow me to share some of my own with you. I will show you why that Sylveon should never return to this place. Oh, well, we're getting a whole backstory. I did bring the Sylveon here. My trainer originally brought her here as a present to his daughter. I have mixed thoughts on the idea of Pokemon being given as gifts to other humans. The idea of property and ownership between our species is as problematic as it is revolting. Okay, Gardevoir, I get it, you're really opinionated. But on the other hand, is it not a darling thought that one's presence could be such a boon that it might be considered a gift? But not all gifts turn out to be as they were expected. Especially not this one. Back then, she was called Scarborough. Eddie? Eddie? It's really mine? Lottie. Lottie, is that name familiar? That's right. Papa says she's all yours, as long as you take care of her. What's its name? Scarborough. Eh? That's an ugly name. Now, you wouldn't like it if someone said your name was ugly, would you? Yeah, Eddie A. Ugly name heaven? No, but if my name is ugly, it doesn't matter whether I like it or not. And besides, my name is cute. All the neighbors said so. Nevertheless, that's her name. Your father's friend had already named it that when he decided to pass it on. Apparently he was picking up a present for his own daughter and somehow managed to get two. And you know how rude it is to change the name of a Pokemon that's been given to you. Whatever, I guess. Is this new music? This is so wild. This whole exposition and backstory for the Sylveon. At least it's cute. Hey, Eevee. You'll be best friends with me from now on, okay? Maybe Scarborough could be abbreviated. Scarborough. Maybe just bruh. I think it's still a little scared. Suddenly coming to a new place can be jarring for a young Pokemon. What? There's no reason to be scared. Here, okay? You're my Pokemon, and Pokemon are supposed to listen to their trainers. So when I say you don't need to be scared, you need to listen to me, okay? To say that Eddie and Eevee were inseparable would be beyond stating the obvious. She never let Scarborough out of her sight if she could help it, but one might say she never really had sight of that young Pokemon anyway. Eddie, did you feed Scarborough today already? Huh? Oh. No, not yet. Eddie, it's almost sundown. How would you feel if you had to go without food all day? It's fine, Mom, I'll feed him. Touching on the untold ethics of taking care of Pokemon. If you forget to feed them, they'll die. Him? I told you before, dear, Scarborough is a girl. No, he's not. Scarlet's a boy. Wait, well, Scarlet is kind of a girl name anyway. Scarlet now? Isn't that a lady's name as well? Thank you, Mom. No. It's Scarlet's name, and he's a boy, so it's a boy's name. Wow, adults can really be close-minded. Whatever you say, Pumpkin. At this rate, I don't know how Eevee evolved with max affection. It seems unlikely. What's that one fairy-type move? Like baby doll eyes? Scarlet's gonna grow up and become a Sylveon, and we're gonna be just as strong as Papa and his. Oh, okay. That's how it ties into that other guy with a Sylveon, I bet. A male Sylveon, huh? Sylveon can be male too. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, you know how it evolves into Sylveon. But it won't do that unless you take proper care of it. So start by making sure you feed her, alright? Okay, Scarborough's talking now, alright. I don't think it's literally talking, I think it's like an internal monologue. Oh, that Pokemon looks like me. I wonder what this show is about. Today on Evolution Revolution, we explore the unique properties of arguably the most versatile Pokemon known to date, Eevee. As most trainers know, Eevee boasts the unique ability of 8 different types. Just which of these evolutions is really the best? Wow, there's so many. But Eddie only ever talks about Sylveon. He wants to be a cool Flareon, I bet. That's the best one. She's not here yet, right? There should be lots of other things I could become. Like a Flareon, thank you! That's the coolest one! Flareon are really fluffy, and they're always super warm, so they're great to hug and cuddle a lot. I mean, never mind these other chumps. You can't cuddle Jolteon, you'll die. I hear Jolteon's fur becomes pointy and zappity when it gets upset. That means no one can mess with it unless it lets them. What do you have to say about Vaporeon? Please, enlighten me. Then there's Vaporeon. If I become Vaporeon, I'd never have to worry about not being given water again, since I'd practically be made of this stuff. I don't have to worry about being malnourished anymore. If I ever got scared, I could just dissolve and hide. In the comments below, what is your favorite evolution? I think I may have asked before, like, what evolution you guys used in your playthroughs, if you did use one. Eevee is really cute, too. Running through the forest surrounded by nature must be great. I'd love to make the whole place my home and just roam as far and free as I wanted. Take your time, Evie. And Glaceon is so cool. With a stare like that, it practically owns every room it walks into. Ice types are always elegant and powerful. Do you think people could respect me like that too? Okay, but unironically, Umbreon kind of sucks. And Umbreon? Umbreon is the paws down coolest. Oh, okay, I see we disagree on this point. Umbreon's design is very cool. I just don't like using it because it doesn't have high attack stats, that's all. I know it's supposed to be a tank, but I bet Umbreon can take anything anyone throws at it too. I'd feel super safe with one. But, But I would want to be an Umbreon, or just marry. Wait, whoa, I gotta reread this, hold on. Huh. But would I want to be an Umbreon, or just marry one? Finally, Espeon. With their powers, they can see the future, protect themselves and others, and even reflect anything that comes at them. They're cute and cool and basically one with the sunlight. Yeah. Yeah. I want to be... It's your destiny. You have no choice. You're gonna get cuddled until you have max affection and you're gonna like it. But why? Do I have to? I'm home! Huh, Papa's not back yet again? I wonder if he had another challenger. Is he a gym leader? Oh well, Scarlet. Did you miss me? You need to come out like a good boy and greet me properly when I get home. This girl is toxic and I hate her. Oops, did I leave the TV on? Oh, it's about evolutions. Huh? They're only talking about Espeon right now. Gross, who likes that thing? Don't tell me you were actually watching that. Here, come over here. You see this? This is a Sylveon. This is what you need to become, Scarlet. Not that. This. Okay? This is interesting. I'm always so surprised by how deep these side quests go. We're getting a whole backstory for these characters we haven't met before. Sylveon, not Espeon. Not anything else. I have to become a Sylveon, don't I? Maybe then she would love me enough to feed me and take care of me. And she'd be happiest that way. But, see, I would think the direction this is going is that Eevee was not able to evolve into a Sylveon because it never got max affection. As you may know, ordinarily it is impossible for a Pokemon that does not love its trainer to evolve through happiness. Hey, thank you for addressing that. I was just thinking about that. But love takes more forms than happiness can account for. As it turned out, Scarborough was far from an ordinary Pokemon after all. Mom! Scarlet did it! He finally evolved into Sylveon. Well, I'll be darned. I must say I'm surprised. You didn't love it very much. I told you it'd work out. You sure did, Pumpkin. Because Scarlet loves me. I suppose. Somehow he does. If the mom knows that the girl is, like, mistreating the Eevee, then shouldn't she take a more active role here? After that, everything should have settled down into a make-believe happily ever after. But nothing done for others ever works out quite as it should. What is that noise? What? That Pokemon sounded familiar. It almost sounded like Arbodor. This is what love is like. Lottie, Eddie. Barry? What's going on? Something is growing all across the ward. Oh. Really? This is from the beginning of the game. Hang on, I'll get you guys out of here. Gardevoir, Azumarill. Clear a path for us. I guess this is the mom talking now. Lottie says, Eddie, take Scarlet and go. It's probably Eddie, right? What about you? I'll be right behind you. But it's my job to get you out of here safe. That's what love is. I'd rather have never been loved at all. Okay. Papa, I'm gonna jump. So this is, at the beginning of the game, when Vines took over the Obsidian Ward, right? And the dad's name is Barry. I've got you. Isn't it the Pokemon's right? Mom! Lottie, hang in there. No, I'm okay. I can't get out, but you two should go on ahead. Get to safety and come back for me. I couldn't move if I tried. This is the mom, right? I thought it was the girl at first, but it must be the mom. You know I can't. It's their right to choose who they give their love to. The Pokemon's right. Do it for Eddie. Now! But now... So the dad and the girl escaped. And the mom probably died. Mom's gonna be okay, right? She will, Pumpkin Spice. She has to be. We'll go back for her, right? I'll go back for her. Just once we... Oh shit. Pretty selfish of you to be thinking about yourself, Scarborough, while your family's dying. I'm joking. I'm going to be like this forever, aren't I? In the end, only Eddie's mother survived. Wait, what? Oh, that's the opposite of what I thought. Oh, okay. Most of my trainer's Pokemon were recovered or disposed of by Team Meteor. Is that the father, then? It must be, right? But separated by the girl, Scarborough escaped. I can only assume she fended for herself for some time before finally being captured. So this is not the mom talking. Gardevoir? Is someone there? Okay, so I thought it was the girl laying in the bed at the beginning, but it was actually the mom. Perhaps you had better show her what you found. But please make no mistake, Scarborough does not belong in this house. Take her to a freedom she has yet to enjoy. Yeah, I already brought her here, sorry. Sorry about that. Original trainer, Eddie, yeah, sure enough. Ah, a visitor? You'll have to excuse me for not being more accommodating. It's been quite some time since my vitality has left me. How can I help you? Sean handed over the ribbon collar. This... I see. Thank you for bringing this to me. Scarlet. Or was it Scarborough? Is she well? Yeah. She's been in the PC for the most part, but that's lovely to hear. Quests like this make me feel bad for like not using certain Pokemon. I suppose keeping her away from here would be best. I mean, you get that Sylveon so late in the game. I suppose you could use it against Saphira, but like, if you're gonna use a Sylveon, why not evolve an Eevee earlier in the game? I suppose keeping her away from here would be best. I know as well as any that my daughter was not as kind to her as she could have been. But one can only lead a horsey to water. I suppose in the end, she fell in. Thank you for taking the time to bring me what you found. Please take good care, Scarborough. Can I offer you this for your trouble? I don't exactly make it out to the department store much these days. Department store sticker Eevee? I didn't know there was a department store sticker left for us to get. I had genuinely no clue. I can't believe I stumbled across this today. I'll be alright as long as I have his Gardevoir to look out for me. In a way, it's sort of like he still is. So you have to look out for her. I already failed too. Well, damn, that was a lot. That was heavy. Perhaps you had better show, yeah. But please make no mistake, Scarborough does not belong in this house. Mind if I watch some TV? TV is unplugged. Wow. Music continues. That was how I found out about this this quest. So I guess the Farium Z is basically your reward for doing this. Locked, so okay, I guess we're not going to be able to get into any of these. Apartment 3. Apartment 2. Well, alright, I guess we don't really get any closure in here. Off we go. Pretty cool quest reward. I didn't expect that at all. Willowweed Road, Crystal Street. Yeah, sure enough. So the ribbon collar is trying to tell you the address of the apartment. I had no idea. Okay, well, I'll cut this section into the video and then we'll continue from there. That was really cool. Well, how about all that? I figure since I turned this into its own episode, I can check out the department store while I'm here. But first, let's just debrief here. What do you have to say? Nothing? Okay. What if I go back in now? Yeah, okay. Nothing here. Yeah, So after reflecting on that side quest, I was thinking about it, right? And I was thinking, like, if you had described the premise of this side quest to me and it said that it was in a Pokemon fan game, I would think, oh yeah, that's kind of cringe. But Pokemon Reborn can do anything. So they did it in a way that I thought was interesting. Also, Pokemon Reborn, it puts you in the mindset of like, okay, nothing that this game does will like surprise me anymore, you know? Like nothing is out of place in this game. But yeah, I thought that was enjoyable. Also very dark. I think it's not so much that the dark part of it was lost on me during that recording, but I think I maybe didn't emphasize it. But yeah, there were some dark parts in there. Like you hear the dad and the girl dying in the Jasper ward during that black section. Pretty interesting. I'm now running to the department store. Not gonna lie, I assumed that this last department store sticker was gonna be locked to post-game. This is the last one, right? The Eevee sticker is the biggest one, and I think we're out of room, so I think this has got to be the last one. I'm excited. Penthouse. Exclusive rest and relaxation. Welcome, compadre. With as few people that make it up here, this is one of the nicest private locations in the city. You can heal here? Okay. I'm surprised to see another so young. Well met, young trainer. Go easy on your foes now, will you? Gotta give them a fighting chance. Nothing special about these vending machines, okay? How'd you get in here? My mommy ran off and now I'm thirsty. Oh, lemonade, can I have it? Yay! Glug, glug, glug. That was good, you can have this. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks. Usually you don't get anything from the NPCs that appear in Pokemarts. Sigh. Welcome to the Obsidian Department Store Blissey Bonus Challenge. We've got a soft-boiled special. She's not very enthused. Just for one egg, extraordinarily lucky customer as yourself. All your Pokemon have to do is scramble our lineup of bountiful Blissey battlers, and you'll be the so-called proud winner of an extra special secret bonus prize. It's just a bunch of XP candies. But beware, this experience won't be over easy. Okay, you know what? I can't do it. I refuse. They want me to recite all these stupid lines like some kind of Blissey-obsessed bimbo, catering to every stupid customer that marches in here. It's not even a challenge. All the Blissey know Healing Wish. They just kill themselves as fast as possible to stroke the customer's ego. Mood, by the way. I don't know how anyone does this. I only took this job because I figured we'd hardly get any traders up here this high. Who even are all of you people? Where do you even find all these stickers? And why have you come for me now? Why did this happen to me? I just wanted to make rent. Okay, but the Blissey challenge. I know. You want to do the stupid challenge, right? No, I'm good. Thank fuck. Then if you'll excuse me, I'm going to stare out at this wall and hope nobody ever looks at me again. There's something very similar to this in Juriano X, I think. At least in the one I played, in Renegade Platinum. There's like it's an NPC that just fights you with a bunch of Blisseys. and you can grind them for experience. I didn't know that this existed in Reborn though, so that's kind of interesting. And it sounds like your reward for beating her is just more XP candies, so I don't feel overly obligated to do that right this second. I guess I could hit the level cap pretty easily, but even still, I just don't feel that it's necessary. Alright, most important part. Oh my god. There's so much here. It's overwhelming. Reset disc all. Okay, so Eviolite, leftovers. These are all items that we have had access to, but like one at a time. Focus Sash is a pretty big one, because that's consumable. We've collected maybe 3 over the course of our whole adventure. You can buy more XP shares, which is also a pretty big deal. We already have one, but I don't think there's ever a time in a Pokemon game where you can buy XP shares. Weakness policy? Maybe we used our one weakness policy on Picargo. So this is a huge deal. This is actually an incentive to go grind money again. Also, I can finally get the second leftovers. Oh, looks like I already had 2. Okay. I think, yeah. I recall now, somebody helped me get my second leftovers. Welcome to Silphco's exclusive spa, available only to our highest class customers. We can treat your Pokemon to the lap of luxury for a small fee of 5,000. Does this like max their happiness? You know what, Sylveon? You've had a rough one. You've had a rough life. Your Pokemon couldn't be happier. It's like it's been reborn all over again. We look forward to serving you again. This was all thanks to you, Scarborough. Well, that was a hoot. Not gonna lie, I kind of expected this selection to be even larger. I heard you could get like the choice items here and stuff, but maybe that's only post-game. I realized while editing that I said that the only reward for doing the Eevee quest was getting Farium Z, and I had just forgotten about the department store sticker. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Pretty cool side quest. Like I said, I think they did that in a way that was pretty interesting. Next time, the goal is to get back to Victory Road. There's maybe one thing I'll try and do in Reborn City, but the goal is to make it back to Victory Road. So I'll see you guys then.